Well, hello, my mercurial mercenaries. This is one of those time wasters, people who are new to this channel, and there are a few of you. This is a video it might be best you skip over because it's just going to be me talking rambling bollocks. Although I'm going to be saying hello to some of you new guys, and that's not nougat or nugget or whatever the guys in Stranger Things call it. That's the new guys, and I might be commenting on some comments. I just had an incident with a vacuum cleaner. It's a Dyson, and I had to take it off the stand thing. You had to push and do that. And as I was taking it off, for some reason, this bit started to fall while I was holding this bit in this hand, and this bit started to fall. And I had to make a split-second decision. Do I injure my finger and let the thing fall to the floor and crash? Or do I injure my finger and save it? And of course I saved it, injured the finger. This is one of split-second decisions. People in the past who were in wars had split-second decisions to make that really affected their lives and those lives around them. My split-second decision just determined whether this finger's slightly red or not. So that's the caliber of the man you're looking at right now, who's kneeling down on his floor in his room while he's drinking. This is decaffeinated coffee. Mr. Floyd, you'll be pleased to know this is decaffeinated coffee with almond milk. Let's get straight into some nonsense here. Do you know what I was planning to do? In fact, I've actually filmed it, but I haven't put it out there yet. There's a video that people see when they're not subscribed to me, when they sort of click on my channel. And there's a video that comes up that's kind of me trying to sell the whole channel to them. And I talk about, are you one of the disenfranchised? Are you one of the people out there who feels like there's no one for you? Are you one of the people who wants to moan about it? No, I'm saying all this sort of spiel. And I don't think it's necessarily enticing. Because the more I think about it, and I'm doing that thing like when you're a kid and you sort of sit on your own legs. And as a kid, you can sit on your legs for hours. But as an adult, it's uncomfortable and your legs start to go numb. But I learned something. I often, right, so I've got a corner sofa thing here, right? So when I'm watching the TV, which is over there, what any normal person would do, right? Ignore the clothes I'm wearing now. This top shrunk in the tumble dryer. Any normal person, right, would sit down, yeah? And I don't know how they'd sit down. Don't look at my feet. I'm not a feet person. I never sit like this for a start. This has gone completely wrong, all right? But they would sit down here and watch the telly, right? But what I do is, in where the corner goes, I sit here, like this on the floor. This is how I sit, right? And I watch telly from here, like this. And I thought that might be a little bit odd. But I've seen it written down somewhere now. They suggest that all adults, rather than sit on a comfy chair, always sit on the floor when you're watching telly. And what it causes you to do is it causes you to not get too comfortable and to constantly move around and switch position. And apparently that's good for you. Sitting in a comfy chair for long periods of time, in comfort, enjoying yourself, is bad for you. Sitting on a hard floor, the harder the floor, the better. The more uncomfortable your life is, the better. That's the way to go. So I thought perhaps that this idea of this intro, where I sort of talk to people and talk about, it was kind of like a grumpy old men thing where I say, are you a grumpy old man? Well, come join me and we can all be grumpy together. And I thought, that doesn't really encompass what this channel's about. And then I filmed another intro where I was very to the point, like they tell you to be, succinct, straight to the point, 30 seconds, selling the channel. And then I finished it and I didn't upload it because I thought it still doesn't sell what this channel's all about. And then we've covered this ground before on Time Wasters. What is this channel, the Mercurial number 6, about? And I determined, because I only ever speak at you, this channel's about me. And I kind of slipped it in the channel name, the Mercurial bit. I can do whatever I want. You just have to like me. Now, if you don't like me, that's you wouldn't have subscribed anyway. And if you have subscribed and you don't like me, then you will have already unsubscribed. And if you don't like me and you're still subscribed, you're probably that person that keeps thumbing down every video I do. But I like you, see? That's the thing. The guy that does that, thumbs down all my videos, I quite like you, because what happens is that the world's a difficult place. I appreciate you watch the news, there's incident after incident. There's bad things going on. There's bad things going on in this world. Bad things. But you take time out of your day to say that to me. Now, I like that. Because I like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Because do you know what? If you look at this from the right angle, it's that. You just have to do that. Don't you? Like we said on a video about... Because I've been here for quite a while now. I've been here for quite a while now. I can't remember. I can check in a minute what the actual date was of the start. But I've been here for quite... Let's do that. Let's do that. We've been hard at work on the new YouTube. And it's better than ever. Try it now. No. It's obviously a while since I've used this laptop, my mercenaries. Modern life has passed this laptop by. If I go to my page... Hang on. It tells me the date I joined. This is it. This is interesting. Hang on. Oh, this laptop is so slow. It's funny, isn't it, that we talk about modern technology as being so slow and laggy and everything, but I came from an era of ZX 81s. Right? And if you're young and you're unsure what a ZX81 is, Google it now. Google a ZX81. Google a ZX81 and then tell me that your iPad or your iPhone or your Android phone is laggy. Right? About. See, even the about thing. I mean, I'm straying off the subject here on again. Even the about thing. Right. Joined. I created this channel on February the 4th, 2015. What's it now? 26th of November, 2017. So a fair old while. Yes, many a video ago, I was saying how people say that 2 plus 2 always equals 4. And I said, that's not true at all. 2 plus 2 can equal lots of different things. Because 2 is only 2 if you look at it from here. But if you look at it from here, see, it depends where you're looking at it from. I'm seeing 2. You're seeing 1. It's 2 plus 2 can equal 2. Anyway, my point being, sometimes that is just as good as that. Especially if that is stuck up that person's ass. That was good, because I punched myself slightly in the nose as I did that. It was kind of worth it. But I think saving... Oh, look, the mark's coming up now. I don't even see that. Can you see that? Can you see that, my mercenaries? Can you see that? Saving the vacuum cleaner was important, though. That was an important thing to do. The rest of my evening would have been poorer for the loss of that vacuum cleaner. That's all I'm saying. I mean, even now, my description for my channel... to try and entice people in. Forget the video part that I was just talking about. We'll go back to that. My description is, are you a King Gizzard fan? A Prisoner fan? Press subscribe and become a Mercurial Mercenary. I mean, that doesn't sum this channel up at all. What's happened there is, I've realised that there are a lot of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard fans stumbling across my videos. And I'm at least... making an effort to suggest that this would be a good place for them to start to watch other things. And by mentioning The Prisoner as well. It's like, because I love the 1967 show The Prisoner, starring Patrick McGoohan, it's like I feel that other people out there should love it too. But the fact is, as I find out with some of these niche things that I do, cult type things that I do, other people aren't necessarily interested. And just because I put what I thought was a decent product out there, of 3 whole videos dedicated to discussing The Prisoner, even in the village, and then a tour of the village. The fact is that no one's watching. No one's watching. And someone commented, I'm going to go to it soon on here. I'll come back to this subject, but someone mentioned, am I going to go back and carry on with the Star Trek series? The fact is that I thought talking about Star Trek would actually, you think on YouTube, on the internet in general, you think there's lots of people out there. You think the sort of people who are on the internet and watch YouTube are your gaming types. And you think, oh, if I do a video about Star Trek, I might get some views. But no one's viewing that either. When you look at the things that other people view, and we might do it in a minute, it might be better for another video, perhaps, when I can actually put what's here up on the screen so you can see what I'm looking at on the computer. But when you look at what other people are watching, especially when you press the trending tab, or whatever it's called now, on the YouTube app, oh my God, that's what other people are watching. So when it comes to discussing what, so I'm struggling to let's just put the camera down. That's easier, isn't it? So when it comes to trying to tell the world who don't watch this channel what this channel is really about, it's tricky. But as I've always said, I think this channel is about to and fro, discussion, the idea that you can watch one of my videos, but your opinion isn't lost in the wilderness. I at least read your opinion, whether I agree with it or not. And those regular commenters, you know that we have proper back and forth. And there's a lot of big channels. I mean, perhaps if I had 20 billion subscribers, yeah, I couldn't read 20 billion comments. There's not enough time in the day, is there? But I like to at least think that I'd try. That's all I'm saying. And what this channel is about from the beginning, I mean, I started with guitar type videos. And there's a kind of recurring theme here. And it's mainly music. That's kind of where it's like a sine wave, yeah? If like music's the sort of zero, we kind of sine wave around the topic of music, don't we? To the point where sometimes we're not talking about music at all. But I think music and the culture around music and TV and entertainment in general. I mean, The Prisoner. I'm going to do yet another video about The Prisoner. Involving the music, and that can be the 5th video in the series, but no one will watch it. So what I'm trying to get at here is, if I had to do another video right now to explain to people why watching this channel regularly would be a good idea, I would say it's for a sense of community, a sense of community with people who have a little bit of intelligence. Because if you have to walk through your everyday world, there's a lot of idiots out there. Some occasionally stumble across this channel and post comments, and usually I rise above them. And sometimes recently I've retaliated, because I think sometimes idiocy needs to be stamped out. But I'd say just watch a couple of my videos, and you'll know soon enough whether you want to bother with me. But mainly, it's just whether you like me or not. If you don't like me, bye-bye. If you do like me, good. Welcome. Hello again. If you're not sure whether you like me or not, then just stick around and try it. You might like it. Like I say, this shrunk. This was a full-size jumper, and it shrunk. Perhaps that could be my channel, about. On the about screen, I could just write, this channel used to be a full-size jumper, but it shrunk. Should we write that? We could write that right now. We could change the channel name to that right now. It's a bit silly though, isn't it? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Should we just change it? Let's just change it right now. Let's just change. This is going against what everybody on the stupid YouTube, what you should do to get 1 billion subscribers, say. But I can't think of any. This channel used to be a fully sized. Used to be a full-sized. Oh, it's like Beyonce all over again, isn't it? Beyonce. Do you know what? I asked a girl the other day. She was talking to me about all the women, da, 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 some sort of Beyonce song. And I stopped her. She doesn't watch this channel, so she wouldn't know what I was talking about. And I stopped her and said, is it Beyonce or Beyonce? Beyonce. I did this for quite a while, and do you know what her answer was? She said, I don't care. This channel used to be a full-size jumper, but it... Full-size jumper, dot, would you call that an ellipse? Dot. But it shrunk. So, you know, all your YouTube buddy type channels, they tell you the channel description is very important because that's what happens when, when someone hovers over your channel comment or channel name. So if I comment on someone else's video and someone hovers over the Mercurial number 6, it brings up whatever I write here now. So it's now going to say, when they hover over it, it's going to say, this channel used to be a full-size jumper, but it shrunk. Should I change jumper to... No one knows what jumper is around the rest of the world, do they? They all think... Everyone else is bloody stupid. They don't know what jumper is. We don't call them sweaters over here, but maybe sweater's better. Do you reckon? Maybe sweater? I'm going to put sweater. This channel used to be a full-size sweater, but it shrunk. Cool. Click done. There you go. That's it. That's the new channel description. But I've kind of lost track of where I was going with that one. I was just suggesting that when you watch these videos about what you should and shouldn't do on YouTube, they certainly say specialize. Pick something as niche as you can. Niche. Say niche if you want. As you can, and stick to it. So it might be the niche. The niche might be white cups with chips, sausage, and Coke cans on them, and specialise in nothing but white cups with chips, jumbo sausage, and Coke cans on it. You could veer slightly, and it could be chips and fish. And for instance, this one's got curry sauce on it as well. But you have to be niche. And for instance, I've been doing, you might have, long-term viewers, short-term viewers, whatever, might have noticed I've been doing a Discover series. Cesar Blues Guitar suggested the title for my series, Discover. And I've been doing a Discover series where I put an album on and I just comment over the top of it, like a DVD commentary, but for music. Now, I've never seen that done before. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm sure someone out there might say, that's it. Mercurial number 6, that's your niche. That's your niche. In fact, just change your channel name to Discover. But let's face it, any long-term viewers out there, you know that's not what this channel's about. This channel's about, it's still about everything because it's about whatever I want to say it's about. So if any new subscribers have stumbled upon this video and you have watched this far, and you're still confused, this channel is about whatever I want to talk about. Nothing more, nothing less. Only love. All that time I wanted to do that to my nose, but I'm professional, so I never touched it. I just carried on regardless. Okay. I haven't done this for a long time. Hang on. I still haven't done it because I pressed the wrong button. Video manager. Sorry, bear with me. It's also, yeah, the laptop's overheating because they put the vents, right? They put the vents for a laptop on the bottom, and you then put it on a sofa, and then it overheats. So what I end up doing is I end up putting the laptop this way round, like this, like that. You can't see it because it's neck, but it's like I end up putting it like that, yeah, and I end up using it sideways. So we're back to that thing about that can be that depending on which way you look at it. So can a laptop. It just means that I had to spend the entire time like this, resting my head like that, and typing with my left hand or my right arm. It's not good. And that's the shrinkage, my mercenaries. That was the shrinkage. That was the shrinkage. Community. Let's just do a few hellos, a few welcomes, a few thank you for subscribers. I haven't. I mean, the notifications roll in. Ryan Miller. Hello, Ryan Miller. Welcome to the Mercurial number 6 channel. Dakota 7. Welcome. Sergio Wong. Welcome. Rampface 85. There's 85 ramp faces out there. Roland Vigil. Pussycat wants to come in. Hold on. Pussycat. Georgia Turnbull. Welcome. Joseph N. DeBase. Welcome. Gabrielle Napendenci. Welcome. Pablo Stoop. Welcome. Fabio Farias. Welcome. Derpy Hoovers. Welcome, Josh Pelton, Alex Beam, Fumeriz, Gavin Olsen, Johnny Bacon, David Chacha, Kekistani Squid, Tim Alm, Luca Lullian, Hogwash Hero, and Kamen Pikachu. Welcome. There's more where that came from, but I would like to say, I don't want to say that. That was rude. I would like to say hello, good evening, welcome to the Mercurial number 6 channel. You may well regret it, and you may well have unsubscribed again within the week, but if you don't, then you're here, you're part of the crowd of like-minded people, the 20 or so, that comment on every video. You know who you are. You all know who you are, my regulars. It's like we've all got a pub down the road. It's called the Mercurial number 6 channel, video channel. We've got a pub down the road and we all go down there and we all throw shit about. But I like that. And it'll be a cold day. It'll be a sorry day when I don't have you guys commenting on my shit. I was gonna mention some comments. I don't know if I need to, really. Let's just look through some recent comments. Why not? This is a time-wasted video. And if you don't want your time wasted, just don't. Lots of comments about the knife. I think people think that I'm a little bit mad. All it is that I take a knife to the studio to open the vinyl with, and it just so happens that I then got a knife with me, and the knife resembles slightly a drumstick. I mean, a sharp, dangerous drumstick, but still a drumstick. Daniel Buzzer says, if you ever see an album called Brutalism by Idols in a vinyl store, you should pick it up. I think you'd love it. So there you go. I've got to consider Brutalism by Idols. Brennan Dalgleish on my Death From Above video says that the album You're a Woman, I'm a Machine is by far their best album. Zevi Webby 25 also says I should check out their first album, You're a Woman, I'm a Machine. So it looks like I will be checking that out someday. Cozy B. See, Cozy B wrote me, I would say probably quite a... See what you think. This is about a video that none of you guys watched, all right? It was... I told her something like the best eco-friendly hair care products. It was a video I did a year or so ago, and I was trying to, in a kind of, not sarcastic, not ironic, but in a kind of parody way. I don't know what the word would be for it, but I was kind of wanting to put a lot of effort into making, like a lot of effort and pizzazz into making a video about hair gel. And I thought it'd be quite funny to have a video that was like about such a mundane product. But unfortunately, no one watched it. So it actually ended up being a monumental waste of my time, apart from that I learnt from it because it was a research video. So I didn't... If you learn something from your actions, then that's what life's all about, isn't it? Anyway, yesterday someone stumbled across it. Cozzy B. Bloody hell. Came looking for a quick review of Man Cave Grooming Cream. Got greeted by every After Effect your video editing software has. So... it's one of those things, isn't it? I take that as an insult. I think my mercy that was meant as an insult. It's like people can't just move on. They've got to take the time to type that in. Yes, this is what I wrote back. This is my reply. Yeah, my venture into overproduced hair care videos was a failure. I mean, it was. You know, I can't be too hard on Cozzy B because he's got a fair point, but I don't know. I suppose sometimes, I think sometimes the amount of effort you put into a video is inversely proportional to how many people watch it. For instance, I've got a video which will be uploaded at some point in the next few hours probably, that I put quite a lot of effort into. And probably I would forecast about 55 to 60 people will watch it. Got a video like this one, where I'm just talking shit, and I'll probably have like about 80 people watching it. You know, you can't win, can you? That's just the proportionality of bollocks. But anyway, Cozzy B, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you're just trying to be funny. Explosive Notes on the Death from Above video. That was an album called Outrage Is Now, with an exclamation mark. After outrage, funnily enough, not at the end of a sentence. Is it glam rock when they look rather normal? I thought glam was a lot of makeup. Does it matter? Not really, just thinking out loud. So he's admitting it doesn't really matter. But I think, actually, Explosive Notes, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Because glam rock, yeah, glam rock is about the look, isn't it? The makeup and the look. But glam rock had a sound. 70s glam rock had a sound. Those 70s glam rock bands, I can't think of any of them now, typically. But Sweet, Mud, Gary Glitter, Alice Cooper, Bowie, they had a sound. The drums had a sound, the sort of echo on the vocals. I suppose if you can listen to a glam rock band and blindfolded and hear it's glam rock, then yeah, I suppose it can be glam rock without the glam. I don't know. People have still been listening to my Morbid Angel videos, watching my Morbid Angel videos. Altars of Madness next. People want me to listen to Altars of Madness. If you get the chance, look at the thread that I've pinned on my Blessed Are the Sick. Blessed Are the Sick. Morbid Angel video. I've pinned it to the top. It's someone being a complete pillock. Just read through the actual whole comment thread on that one. It's quite interesting. He's having a go at me, and one of those people who has a go at you without actually watching the video, and you just want them to crawl back inside their pathetic little shell. I was trying to say to him in the end, there's a chance we could have been friends, you know? There was a chance there. He's a real Morbid Angel fan, and I like Morbid Angel, and it's just an odd thing to fight when you're on the same side. It's odd, but people do that, don't they? Justin grew up in Tampa. Loved the English bands, loved Paradise Lost, Napalm Death. Loved Morbid Angel. There was a kind of death metal scene in Tampa, wasn't there? In Florida. I've got to say, back in the 90s when I was really properly into heavy metal, especially the early 90s more so, late 80s, early 90s, I didn't listen to a lot of death metal at the time because it was sort of too heavy. Like the heaviest I went was kind of Slayer, but I was pleasantly surprised by Morbid Angel. Evil White Clown Punk, how the fuck do you not know the suite and still call yourself an Englishman? Well, look, I do know Ballroom Blitz. Ballroom Blitz. Ballroom Blitz. But there's lots of English bands that I don't really know, that the rest of the world knows. I've still yet to... I really need to get into Elvis Costello, because there's a couple of songs that I've kind of heard of. He's one of those blokes that he's kind of so good that he kind of went so many different directions in his later career, always performing with like orchestras and jazz bands and stuff. It was hard to really get a grip of him. But the idea that I should know a lot of these English bands just because I'm English. In fact, you're saying that I call myself an Englishman. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Yeah. Mr. Floyd pointing out to me that I made a spelling mistake in the title of one of my videos. Unlike me, because I do try and double check things, but for some reason, when I typed that title out, I must have been sure that scold was spelt like that. But as soon as you mentioned the difference between scold and scold, I know. Danmar007, will you ever complete your Star Trek reviews? Oh, I might as well just read my reply out. I can't remember what I wrote now. Let's just read it out. I know, I still haven't watched episode 21 yet. I haven't. Got to episode 20, finished those 2 blocks of 10. That's it. Never watched another episode. I still haven't watched episode 21 yet of the original series. There was a distinct lack of interest on my views on Star Trek. I know Guitar Struggles enjoyed them, but overall I think it was a bit of a failure. I'd be interested to see what I could do on the topic now, because looking back on my older videos, my style has changed somewhat, and I put in brackets slightly because I'm not sure. I'd have to go back. We'll do a video soon where I look back on my old videos and see whether I've changed at all. I think I still rambled back then, but I think I'm just rambling a little bit quicker now, because I realised that I can fit more words in per 5-second interval. And then I said, I might give Star Trek another blast. And Danmar007 said, I hope you're not going to make videos for one person. That's the problem with it, isn't it? That's the problem with a lot of this kind of thing. You do kind of end up making videos for one person. And you'll see from the latest video I'm uploading that I've certainly made a video for one person. Is it a problem? I always think there's a chance you can throw a video out into the world that was originally made for one person and other people might stumble upon it. But I think overall there is not an appetite to see me talk about Star Trek. Mercurial number 6. This is Julio Charl. Mercurial number 6. Please make a 10-hour video of you listening and commenting to all the Gizzard albums in a row, including early Gizzards albums you haven't heard yet. Oh boy, that would be lovely. You could do it live and the Gizzards would all join you. I like the idea of that. Can you imagine a live Mercurial number 6 broadcast, 10 hours long? Just listening to King Gizzard albums. I'd probably get the most massive copyright strike for it. And I'm not sure of the logistics technically of doing that. But the idea of listening to the early King Gizzard albums is definitely something I'm going to have to do. And the idea, I put it out there into the world, but the idea that I do take a whole day, get up the first thing in the morning and listen to every King Gizzard album and do a video about the outcome of that, I think that's going to be on the cards. And again, I haven't heard from Fishy Paw for ages. I wonder what's wrong with Fishy Paw. Where's Fishy Paw? Does anyone know where Fishy Paw is? Thank you to Fishy Paw for the original suggestion of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. That band has injected excitement into my musical 2017 life. So Fishy Paw, wherever you are, thank you. Robbo Lands Vids. I hope you're doing well, mate. If you're watching this now, I hope you're doing well, and I miss you. I got a few comments from the videos I've done where I've just been listening to Ken Bruce's Radio 2 Popmaster and trying. Basically, I have been doing this pop quiz in the mornings and I'm shit at it. And it comes on Popmaster, and I think this is the one. This is the one where I'm going to be amazing. And they start off straight away with some old 70s question, and I just think, do you know what? I haven't got a bloody clue. I ain't got a clue. And Podrick Floyd and Mike G are certainly better quizzers than me. But every so often, I have a little diamond I just find something from somewhere. So all is not lost. That's all I'll say, all is not lost. Guitar Struggles was wanting to be signed up for the moisturiser, slathering. Guitar Noise, Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates. Philly. Came from Philly, did they? Daryl Hall and... No. Oh, God. Hall & Oates. I've forgotten their names now. Robert Racino was asking me whether I'm going to do more Tame Impala records. I think I've got to do more Tame Impala records. I'm hoping to do Currents at some point in the future, because I've heard that one's good. But do you know what? When it comes to this album thing, this cover series I'm doing, the main problem is, number one, money to buy the vinyl. Holy shit. Number two, time. I mean, well, it's time. Perhaps swap it round again. Time, number one. Money, no. Make them equal joint first. Time and money. Oh, I've stumbled across my thread on that Morbid Angel track where, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, dear. This is the funny bit. Read through it yourselves, my mercenaries, if you want. It's on Blessed Are the Sick by Morbid Angel. It's by a guy who calls himself 666 SSN 666. I wanted to comment back saying, you're a disgrace to channels with the number 6 in them. But he wouldn't have got that. But to have a go at me, people who know me will laugh at this, to have a go at me, he tells me, he slags off cricket by saying, cricket is the most boring sport on earth, particularly Test cricket. Fielders should not be paid money for standing around daydreaming. I've watched plenty of cricket, and it gets boring seeing England continually get flogged by the Aussies. Clearly the Ashes belong to the Aussies. Ben Stokes was so full of pent-up aggression about his career choice that he exploded and taking it out on random strangers. Nuff said. People who finish comments with nuff said. I wanted to kind of comment back with, I don't know who Ben Stokes is, but that probably wouldn't have done me any good, would it, my mercenaries? Knoet. Oh my god, this is amazing. You he didn't say any of that. You remind me of myself upon hearing the album, The Childish Hype. Love it. There is something to be said for... right, I've had a lot of comments on these videos I've been posting where I listen to music, and they've been saying, you must be on coke or drugs or something. Nope. You've got ADHD. The thing is that these people need to understand is that if you're going to make a YouTube channel, you're going to do any entertainment in general, you're going to do anything where you put yourself out there, you need to be larger than life. If you really do just talk with just nothing about you at all, with no expression, no movement, nothing. If you were to put an album on and just listen to it, it's not about that. It's about pizzazz. It is about putting yourself out there And it's about being larger than life. Now, if people mistake being larger than life for ADHD, I don't know what I can do. But I don't want to watch people who aren't larger than life. And there's a few of them. And I've actually, there's probably some topics for future videos here, because there are some big channels with millions of subscribers that I like and that I watch. And I watched about 2 hours of this bloke's videos yesterday. But his delivery is terrible. It's terrible. And a lot of people, okay, most people, because I'm the anomaly here, most people who do these sort of things have a script. They spend time writing out what they're going to say. And they kind of, they have their computer screen, you can't see, I've got it right there. They have their computer screen sort of just under the camera like this. And they just read off the computer screen. And they read the script. But of course, these people, Perfect 10 backed me up on this today. She doesn't watch YouTube at all. But I happened to be casting YouTube to the TV in the kitchen. And she actually stopped and she went, he's reading from a script, Mercurial number 6. And I was like, yeah, he is Perfect 10. That's what we call each other, Mercurial number 6 and Perfect 10. It's so stilted. It's delivery, it's just awful. You're much better with the way you just talk a load of bollocks off the top of your head. And I thought, that's the point, isn't it? Because I think it's better as well, just talking bollocks off the top of my head and not having that stilted delivery where you can tell that I'm reading from a script. I mean, I could do it. DKG Custom once said that he reckoned that I could probably make a Chinese takeaway interesting. Now, honest to God, if I'd had a Chinese takeaway back then, I would have given it a try. That's not me being big-headed, because I probably couldn't make a Chinese takeaway interesting. But, do you know what? Maybe I could. But, would you really want me reading all this shit? The thing is, I could still read it with pizzazz. Although all I've got in front of me at the moment is the Radio Times. Blue Planet's on. I think it's on now. On in a minute, actually. But Blue Planet. Sunlight powers the growth of forests, of kelp and mangroves, and prairies of seagrass and the abundant waters of green seas. See, now, your typical YouTube person that I watch, so we're not really slagging him off here, but sunlight powers the growth of forests, of kelp and mangroves, and prairies of seagrass in the abundant waters of green seas, the most bountiful. There's no, they don't, it's all edit. I mean, I do that as well. I edit the silence out. But if you read with no expression and you edit the silence out, what are you left with? You're just left with a series of words. Well, I know language is a series of words, but this channel, I need to put that in the about section. In the about section of this channel, right? That's the end of the comments talk. This channel, let's go into the about section again. Where am I? This bloody rubbish computer. Let's go back into the about section. Where is it? I'm sorry, my mercenaries. Hang on. Bear with me here. This isn't good. This is a little bit odd now, isn't it? Because you can't see what I'm doing. If I was in the studio now, I could throw what I'm doing here up onto the screen so you could see what I'm doing. But let's just go to the about section. So what have I currently had something rubbish written there, didn't I? Hang on. What did I have written there? This channel used to be a full-size sweater, but it shrunk. Stupid. And, this channel, I spelled channel wrong, hang on. This channel, got me careful you don't write Chanel, as in the perfume. This channel is more than just a series of words. This channel used to be a full-size sweater. Shall we say fully sized sweater? No. This channel used to be a full-size sweater, but it shrunk. And, lips. This channel is more than just a series of words. This channel is more than just a series of words. Read from the auto cue prompt. No! Be larger than life. If you don't like larger than life, then the door is over there, unless your door's over there. Your door might be over there, but the door in here is over there. And over there. 2 doors. Well, you go out that door and go that way. Go out that door, go that way. You meet yourself if you had two of you. If you could split yourself in two. The things you could do if you could split yourself in two. The things you could do if you split yourself in two. Let's put that on there as well. The things you could do if you... The things you could do... The things you could do if you split yourself in two. The about section of my channel now reads, this channel used to be a full-size sweater, but it shrunk. And this channel is more than just a series of words. The things you could do if you split yourself in two. I think on that note, my mercenaries, because Robot Wars is about to start, thank you everyone who's recently subscribed. Thank you my long-term subscribers. I mean it from the bottom of my lying heart. Over. And